It's mid-January 2024 and adventure is afoot. I'm out in my 1991 Defender 110 for the first time in I don't know how long. I'm in Arizona's low desert, which wasn't the original plan. I wanted to go into the mountains of southern Arizona, and I made a last-minute decision to come up here instead because when I entered my southern Arizona destination in Google Maps, it literally said, dude, are you sure you want to do that? Because there's a winter storm coming, and, you know, this whole avoiding death thing, it's not the best place to go right now. Right, maybe I'm paraphrasing, but it did raise an alert about winter weather, so I decided to change my plans. And yeah, as you can see, there is a system rolling through right now, and I imagine at higher elevations this could very easily be snow. It's already late in the day, so I'll do most of my exploring tomorrow. For right now, I need to find a place to set up the tent before it starts to rain even more. I can't shift and do camera work at the same time. Well, it's rainy, but I'm thankful that it's not too cold, despite being mid-January. Found this great flat campsite. The ground is nice and soft. The tent went up effortlessly. I was hoping to spend some time outside tonight, but I'm gonna have to check the radar if I even have cell service. See if this rain's gonna let up. I might just be hanging out inside the tent tonight, which is a shame because this is lovely. Should have brought a book. There's some cell service. Every now and then a text message squeaks through, but just on the other side of the track is a tall mound of rocks, which I'm pretty sure is just creating a line of sight issue. Well, if anything, I'll sleep well tonight. Who doesn't like this sound? Raindrops on a tent fly. It's 7 a.m. and it rained all night. Aside from drops here and there, I'm dry. The floor's dry. I was very comfortable. It's still drizzling on and off, but I'm hoping last night was the worst of it. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s Fahrenheit, and even though it's mid-January, it feels like spring right now. Even the birds are out, and they sound stoked. This is a mess. I'm gonna have to set that out for a few days when I get home. Great campsite. I like it a little bit better than last night's. Even though last night was great, this just gives me a feel of a little bit more secluded and a little bit more open space, better scenery. I think there might also be good hiking around here. I saw on Gaia GPS a footpath meandered into the mountains at the end of this 2-track. The air traffic is kind of noisy right now, but otherwise I like it. I'm putting a pin in it. A colorful wash and well suited for smaller vehicles. The track continues to the west and it looks interesting, except that's not the way that I wanted to go. Kind of want to see what's up in those mountains over there, so I'm gonna go back this way and then turn south. This is cool. It's the ruins of an old cabin in the desert. I see conduit for wiring over there and base for a toilet. So, I don't know, mid-1900s? Not that I have any idea what I'm talking about, but whomever built this picked a great spot. Check out this view. After a rainy couple of days of wandering around the desert in the Land Rover, I made it home. And according to my GPS, that was a cumulative of about 50 miles of off-highway adventure. A couple of the routes that I explored were spurs, but they both led to really nice campsites. And overall, it was just a fun and beautiful loop. A great destination for a couple days of exploring in the Sonoran Desert. And if you're interested in retracing my steps and experiencing these places for yourselves, my detailed GPS data is available to Patreon subscribers and also to paid members of Venture4WD.com. The Land Rover did great, and I wouldn't go so far as to call this a build, and I'd even be reluctant to call it a rolling restoration. It's sort of a project where if it looks like it's going to break, then I fix it or I get it fixed. The 4-cylinder turbo diesel power plant, the 200 TDI, screams down the highway when you're trying to go 70 miles per hour, but once you get it off pavement and engage low range, it has gobs of torque and it just crawls along like a tractor. The next thing that I'm going to attack is the battery and replace the leaky old Lucas that's in there under the seat. It's not looking so good. And I also have new front springs already. These have been sitting in the garage for the better part of the summer. I don't know if you've noticed on video, but the front end is a little bit low and saggy, probably due to age, and just barely fits my tires. And I also eventually want to get a winch, which is going to add a lot of weight to the front bumper. I don't quite know when I'm going to get to this. The garage is a mess, and I need to make some space to get the Land Rover back in. But for the most part, I'm keeping this project simple. I'm not doing an overland build or a sleeping platform, just something to kick around town and to take out into the backcountry to explore. Hope you all enjoyed watching, and I will see you again next week.